Years, the Nebraska Humane Society has offered all kinds of classes, like one for fearful dogs, another called Owly Growly, a class for kids to learn how to handle dogs.
And with all that, they still saw room to add another. This one's called Games Around the House.
Pet behavior specialist Kathy Ganan is here to tell us about it. Good to see you, Kathy.
Hi, Kathy.
You brought another furry little friend in today.
I did. This is Trixie. Trixie's a Chihuahua mix. We think she's probably around 3 years old. She's very calm. I guess she does, according to dog walkers, she'll get wound up and play and likes toys and that kind of thing. But she's just kind of checked everything out, and she's very quiet.
What do you suspect she's mixed with? I mean,
Maybe some sort of terrier.
She's a little bigger than your average Chihuahua.
Yes.
But looking at her face, you can see a little bit of it. But it's so, a lot of Chihuahuas are high-strung.
Yes.
She seems pretty chill.
Yeah, I haven't seen high-strung at this point.
She's not shaking. Not
no,
trembling.
she was a little bit earlier, but it was a nervous shake. So she's got something else in her because Chihuahuas like to shake a lot.
Well, I think if somebody's looking for a small dog, but maybe they've stayed away from like pure Chihuahuas before because they just didn't, I don't know if I can handle it.
Right.
She might be a really great choice.
She loves to just cuddle up next to you. You know, she's kind of watched everything that's gone on.
So is there anything with her health-wise or behavior, anything where you would like caution somebody if they're interested in adopting her?
Young children, just because she is so tiny and petite, you know, children, I think we have her either as no kids under 6 or 12, I can't remember for sure, just because they're not as steady on their feet.
Yeah.
Sometimes, and
well, if you fall on a small dog like that,
you're going to hurt them.
Break a leg.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It could be bad.
And it could be really bad. So that's all it is.
Yeah, this new class called Games Around the House,
Yes.
right? When does this thing start, and explain what it is?
Starts on next week, on Tuesday. And what we're going to do is we're going to play all kinds of different games, but we're going to take things that you know, games that maybe you know and you've played with your kids, but we're going to turn them around and say, how can you play those with your dog? With the things you have in your house. So it's not like you have to go buy a whole bunch of stuff. And that's the fun of it. It's things that people seem to enjoy doing things at home with their dogs that they can do right there. But
Give
it's different.
us an example. Hide and seek, right?
Hide and seek.
That's a popular one.
Oh my gosh, it's very fun. But it's a great class. It's great for recalls, for stays or waits, and getting the dog used to their name. And basically what you do is you put the dog in a wait or a stay, and somebody goes and hides. And you start out very simple, you know, that you're real close. And so the dog finds you, has lots of success, and it's wonderful and fun. And then eventually, can you go in the other room? Can you hide, you know, down alongside a dresser, or, you know, leave the closet part way open so that they have to follow. But they also have to follow a scent sometimes too. Some dogs love to do that. But it makes it fun. And kids can play it as opposed to playing tackle and wrestle. You know, the kids always end up losing because they don't use their teeth. And that gets a little ugly. Right. But you know, fetch is fun, tug is fun. But that's 2 games. Let's come up with some more stuff that we can do and make it fun.
Speaking of a game I'd like to teach my dog is how to go fetch the newspaper.
Yes.
At the street. How do I do that?
A fun game.
How do you begin that process? Do you just walk her down there and stick it in her mouth and do that every day?
Teach her to take something first. And you can do it with treats very simply. Say, take it and give her a treat. Then put a toy. And then transfer it to something else. Will she pick up the paper?
She will. She plays with it and tears it apart in the front yard, so I think she'll bring it to me if we could get her to
torn
stop
up or
doing
not
that.
torn up.
I feel like
enough.
That's more of a job, not a game.
No, let's make it a game, Mary. It's a
There you
game.
go.
Do
But
dogs
if you
need to take a skills class? Because, there are some of them that are more advanced. Is this one where you'd recommend that
They need to all have a basic skills class, just so that they know and understand what sit is, what down is. Whether they can do it or not, that's not our big worry, but so that people understand, because they can go and keep working on those things. But at least they won't come into class going, I have no clue, because that's not fun then.
Yeah, you offer so many classes at the Humane Society. Why offer this one? It seems like, there's other classes out there that they can start with to advance a little bit.
Well, and we try to avoid the competition things, because we don't have the funding, the flooring, all those things, and we can't support those financially. And there are plenty of dog clubs in the city that do the competition things. So we stick to the things that people can do in their home, and that we can do, and the people who don't want to compete can just, how else can I play with my dog? You know, I got tired of things, of just the same old thing, and had a dog who thought fetch was stupid.
Got bored with it?
Yeah. So it's like, okay, what else can we come up with? So that's kind of what we've done. We've just taken those fun ones.
You're looking at information now about where to find the Nebraska Humane Society. You're near 90th and 4th, the east side of that intersection. And then online, it's anyhumanesociety.org. There's a complete list of adoptable pets there, and they update it several times throughout the day, so it is always current. Trixie, available for adoption.
Yeah, and you can also go to anyhumanesociety.org to license your pet.
Yes,
That's
you can.
coming up. When's the deadline?
15th. Did you do
15th. We
that?
got 2 weeks.
March 15th.
I'll get it done, Kathy, before the 15th.
Kathy, I did it.
Before you
I did
pay
it at
for
our
it.
vet's office.
Very
Of course you
good.
did.
course you did.
The
Thank you,
perfect-
Kathy.
The perfect host over here. Thanks,
No, I'm
Kathy.
just the perfect pet parent.
Oh,
Me in
that's
action.
true.
Like
Oh, you're
this.
tight. All right, back in the